Hey, what's up guys? My name is Lauren Hardy and I am your virtual wholesaling coach. In today's video, I'm going to get into what is virtual wholesaling. I'm going to talk about why virtual wholesaling is awesome, and I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons why you might want to consider going virtual. I'm going to share with you my personal experience of why I chose to take my wholesaling business virtually. I'm going to get very real with you. And if you resonate with anything that I'm saying in this video, you might want to consider taking your business virtually as well. So what is virtual wholesaling? I consider going virtual anytime you're wholesaling outside of your hometown. So for some people, this might be a couple hours drive. For others, it might mean out of state. I really like to think of it as the act of being able to put these contracts or these properties under contract over the phone, all virtually without having to be at the actual subject property. So now that you know what virtual wholesaling is and what I mean by going virtual, I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons why you might want to consider taking your wholesaling business virtually. So reason number 1 why you might want to take your business virtually is if your hometown is too expensive. So let's talk about my experience. I live in Orange County, California. If you are not familiar, look it up and look up average house price in Orange County. It's insane. It is very expensive to invest in real estate here. Quite frankly, real estate investing doesn't really make a lot of sense because the returns are pretty bad here. Other examples could be, let's say, Miami, Manhattan, Seattle. These are just some ideas of areas that have gotten very, very expensive, and it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to invest in real estate there. If your hometown is an area that is very expensive, very high price, the cost of real estate is just insane to you, you might want to consider going out of state or going to a less expensive market. Now, the next reason is the exact opposite. So maybe you live in an area where real estate does not hold much value. Maybe the average house price in the area is only $40,000, for example. Maybe you live in an area where there's a bunch of land. It's more of like a farm town type area, or you live up in the mountains. If you live in areas where real estate doesn't hold that much value, it might not make sense to invest in the real estate there because it's never really going to go up and you're not really going to be making your money back. But lucky for you, you have other options. You can go to the neighboring major metro where there is real estate that is much more valuable. All you have to do is go virtual. The third reason is that your area is starting to get very, very saturated with competition. What type of competition? I'm talking other wholesalers or other real estate investors that are going after the same properties you are. Now more than ever, at the time of filming this video, is a time where I'm hearing this from everybody in the major metros. If you are trying to do this business in a popular major metro in the United States, you might be feeling the heat. You might be feeling like it's a little saturated with wholesalers. You are not alone. I'm hearing this all over. So it might make sense to take your business virtually to the county over. And maybe that county, it might take you a couple hours to drive to, but it's less competitive and you're able to invest in properties and get the returns you want without all that competition. Now, believe it or not, I'm in 4 different virtual markets. So I've experienced everything that I've just described. In California, my hometown, I've experienced it just being too expensive to invest here. If I wanted to get a rental here, the rental return would not make much sense based on what I had to buy the property at. So California really doesn't make a whole ton of sense. Wholesaling is also very difficult in California because it's also flooded with competition. There are a ton of people trying to invest, they're trying to wholesale, they're trying to flip houses here. So there's a ton of people going after the same houses I am, which is why I decided to go virtual. I decided to go out of state. So a little about me. I've been virtually wholesaling for over 5 years now. I've been investing in real estate for over 9 years. I started in California and I was flipping houses when there was still a ton of motivated sellers out there. This was right in the recession, so there was still a ton of deals to be had, and it was great. I was doing deal after deal in an awesome market right in my backyard. But the problem was, as the real estate market started heating up, those deals dried up and there was just less distressed inventory for me to pick from. So I decided to take my business virtually. My first virtual market was Nashville, Tennessee, and I started with, believe it or not, building new homes because that was the thing to do. So my first virtual market was Nashville. I was building new homes. I was also wholesaling flip projects, and I was wholesaling lots to other builders. It was awesome. Now, what happened with Nashville is Nashville became saturated with other wholesalers. It was an amazing experience to be able to work that market and to build in that market, but it got very saturated. So from that point on, I went to a less saturated market, Oklahoma. From there, I really built a volume wholesaling business. I was wholesaling primarily rental properties to other landlord buyers. Now I'm in 4 different territories, all virtually. I get to live in the place that I love. I get to live on the beach in Southern California in a beautiful place, but I get to invest wherever I want. And in this video, I hope you can see that it's possible for you as well. Let me know what you guys are struggling with when it comes to virtual wholesaling. Let me know in the comments. I want to know how I can help you. And if you guys are interested, check out the free mini course I have at laurenhardyofficial.com. It's free. You might as well check it out. And if you are really interested in learning more about wholesaling, I want you to check out my next video. Thanks for watching.